Hello again, Pisces. This is a love reading for March 2019 for anyone who identifies as or is terribly interested in a Piscean energy at this time. I already did a more general reading for you, Pisces. It may have pertained to love in some fashion or form for some of you, but that one's already posted, and it was one that I just wanted to use to allow whatever messages needed to come through concerning any area of your lives from March 2019. Eight of Pentacles reversed in terms of your love life, Pisces. Something's not working out. Something's requiring a little too much work from you, of you. You may be hoping to hear from a fire sign, and a message is not coming in. We saw the Page of Wands reversed, but we also had the Six of Swords on the bottom of the deck when we started, and we've got the Two of Wands showing now. I feel like you are headed toward calmer emotional and mental states, Pisces, regarding your love life. You may need to literally get away. But there's someone, you know, like I said, that maybe is a fire sign, or maybe just someone you feel passionately about that you're hoping to hear from, or that there's no message from, there's no communication with, and that's not where the emotional and mental stability lies. I think you know that. You know, I think it's not working, but you're not ready to let go, to let it end. Or again, as I said, it's too much work for what you're not getting back, Pisces. Looks like it's something that you jumped into too quickly. Or, you know, the reading is just indicating that may be why you find yourself in the current situation and circumstance, because you felt so much so quickly. You progressed so quickly in the beginning, or there for a while. Maybe it wasn't even the very beginning, but the problem started when things started picking up speed, and I sense that for a lot of you that was at the very beginning. 88 may be particularly significant to you, especially in regards to your love lives, Pisces, this Pisces season, this March 2019. Happy birthday, Pisces sun signs. Again, there's the Six of Swords again. And I think I already told you all, yeah, I did, that you have a more general reading. So this may, if you check that one out, this may or may not be connected. They may or may not be speaking on the same topic, or they may or may not both resonate for you. I suspect that they can't resonate with everyone every time, right? So, you know, in the near future, you have a burst of passionate, creative, renewing, rejuvenating, revitalizing energy in your life. You can give this to a project you're working on, maybe something you're using to help you distract from this person that things haven't been working with. Or for some of you, that energy will go toward hooking up with this person, even though, you know, it looks like for most of you things have not been working out. Now, another scenario that's unfolding is that for some of you, you just aren't working, not in the relationship, but in you know, as far as your career, your job, your financial situation, you're not working right now, and it's directly affecting your love life. If you're dealing with a Scorpio, that may very well be why they're missing from your life a good deal this Pisces season, or this March 2019. If not, it may be the reason why you're unable to. It may be the reason why some of you are trying to resurrect something with someone who maybe you could lean on for some during this time. In which case it looks to me like you are going to more or less seduce them in order to sort of win them back. But ultimately this ends in a fight. Regardless, across the board, it looks like we're talking about relationships that you've already found out don't work for some reason. Either one or both of you is there for the wrong reason, or as I said, I don't want to say you jumped in too quickly. That sounds like judgmental, but it's like a lot of probably really powerful progress was made, but just so quickly in the very beginning that you also maybe missed learning other important things about each other, or skipped through important steps. The devil's in the details. Little things were combed over that are actually a big deal to one or both of you, something of that nature, because the speed at which you progress to begin with looks directly related to whatever's not working out now. Moved in too quickly together, you know, put a label of some kind on the relationship too soon, mixed up finances too soon, became intimate too soon, and it's coming back to leave one of you feeling uncomfortable about it for some reason. Actually, when I was shuffling and meditating with the deck before recording, a lot of unfortunately, I hate to say it again, I normally don't talk about three-party situations, but a lot of three-party indications were coming through. And I just said that not too long ago, like once last month I had to say it as well. And I don't say it easily. It takes a lot for me to accept that message is coming through, because I don't like to talk about that stuff. But so it could have been for some that, you know, you got involved so quickly that you kind of combed over whether or not it was exclusive. In any case, as I said, it looks like the outcome is this ending in a fight. You are encouraged here in your advice cards to allow the precise and impartial truth to cut away the untrue, Pisces. Yes, it's Pisces season, and I just showed you Justice, a Libra card, and see, Pisces, seeing what is precisely and impartially true can be particularly difficult at a time when everyone is indulging in fantasies, and for a sign like yourself that is so good at creating and indulging in fantasies, right? But that's exactly why you're more than capable of seeing the exact truth at any moment, because you are the ones creating the fantasies, creating the illusions. You are the fantasy, you are the illusion a lot of the time. So, you know, allow yourself then to hone in, zero in, and focus in and magnify the precise and impartial truths, and allow the rest rest to fall away, if only for a moment, to determine whether or not this situation really deserves your energy at all in general. Honestly, this season, your birthday season, Pisces season 2019, it looks to me from looking at this that your time would be better spent fantasizing, daydreaming, recording your dreams, creating vision boards, or journaling, writing down what you'd like to call in intents at the new moon and or at the full moon, etc. Yeah, I think overwhelmingly you're really being well, you have the Tower reversed, more Scorpio energy reversed, so certainly really being encouraged to see that a Scorpio really isn't here with you anymore, if that's the energy that you're dealing with, Pisces. And if that is speaking to a part of your own chart, if that's your own Scorpio energy, then, you know, that could be part of you that's sort of missing from the picture, that you need to retrieve from some moment in time where you sort of left it behind. You may want to, in that case, investigate the Scorpio energy in your own birth chart. What area does it rule? Where is Scorpio in your original birth chart? I forgot to say this at the beginning of your video. I'll just slip it in quickly. Wow. Your third Scorpio card now. Death again. So 8-8 or 13-13. Either one may be, either or both may be particularly significant for you. 8s are actually speaking about prosperity for me normally. Transformation again. If you're dealing with interacting with, pining over, wondering about an earth energy, Pisces, a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, if that's how you identify, then I believe one or both of you, likely them, honestly, but one or both of you are in a period of soul searching. It's not necessarily that anybody's being intentionally hurtful, but there is a message of needing to be selfish for one reason or another for a time. Again, this is one or both of you, and I think that's why, you know, that can be why the outcome here is a fight, verbal, mental battle. Certainly a battle within your own mind, if not an outright verbal argument with this other person, this other party. Yeah, the Knight of Swords was showing for us when shuffling and meditating as well. I got the feeling that a lot of you are just trying to think and act so quickly, but you're really stuck in the thinking stage and maybe overthinking how you can make this work, how you can get this person back, how you can resurrect this or make sure that it stays, make sure that they're part of your picture as you move on to a healthier, calmer mental and emotional state. You want, you know, things to get better for you as a couple, not just you as an individual, I feel. It's probably distracting you from your work, whether you are actually working or not. It's It's for each of you to decide, and it's going to be different for everybody, but there is this agreeance with your desire to rebuild, to renew your energy. You also have 1-1, so you have 8-8, 13-13, and you have 1-1 now, the Ace of Shells, or water, as well as the Ace of Wands. Happiness, abundance. There's this, and there's an agreement that rebuilding needs to take place. But whereas you want to resurrect, the advice is talking more about going through a transformation. And I can't tell you for sure if you would be rebuilding on your own or not. That's where I said it's really different for each of you, and you'll all decide for yourselves. But again, certainly if it's, if it's a Scorpio, there seems to be this message of needing to let go. If it's a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, there's this message of someone being very selfish, but like I said, maybe needing to, one or both of you needing to focus on your material concerns, needs, earthly, worldly needs and health at this time. You are so much so in your head. If you are frequently meditating already, I get the feeling that most of you are sort of reckless in your thoughts because they're moving so quickly, and that maybe you're just thinking a lot and you're sort of counting it as meditation time. And it's not necessarily, you need to really clear your mind to have the best benefits of that, right? And we know these things and we try. And if you are achieving a really beneficial, calm, still, quiet meditation space very often at this time, I think you're trying to manifest a solution to this problem, and you may be so much in your mind still, even though it is beneficial for your health if you're, like I said, reaching that meditative state. But yeah, I think you're trying to sort of manifest a solution to this split that's either happening, or very close on the horizon happening this month. If you listen to your intuition, you know that in the external world, a battle may come about, like I said, an argument, a verbal disagreement. But even if you just end up at odds with yourself, either way, this comes to the conclusion that you need to free yourself from the situation. You need to transform. You need to transition. A complete makeover of this situation and this connection needs to happen. And I sense that for most of you, that means, moving on, at least for a time. But it's certainly up to each individual. And I think that if you're not doing that meditation, then certainly your thoughts are becoming reckless. You're, thinking of acting on really just ideas that may not even be rational, that are occurring to you, or that you just need to sit on for a little while longer. Because it looks like there is an intense physical connection. And it looks like, there's a need for you, those of you who are lost in your thoughts and your mind, and even if you're getting a good meditation time, there's a need to get into your body. There are definitely mental battles coming within yourself. They may or may not end up externalizing, between you and someone else. But beauty and abundance, happiness, beauty, abundance, I'm seeing are, right on the horizon, right around the corner. You're just in your head instead of in your body. And there's definitely a need to get into your body, to dance, to sing, to take a walk, to take a jog, to run with your dog or your cat, to just force yourself to do a certain number of push-ups, jumping jacks, something, anything, stretches, just a little bit of yoga, something, whatever feels good to your body, right? Something. And considering that this can certainly mean renewed love just as much as it means new love. And then I see multiple people here. And I see a deep desire for resurrection. An encouragement to rebuild. I have to acknowledge that for a lot of you, it is completely possible that this transition isn't necessarily supposed to happen alone, and that transformation and rebuilding could happen right alongside this person that you're so interested in. It may very well be for, split half and half. But we could get deeper in a private reading. But as I said, I think the message is that one way or another, a complete makeover of the situation has to occur here, Pisces. See the precise and impartial truth and act on it. Cut away those time wasters, bad habits, destructive patterns, toxic relationships and people who put your health in jeopardy, in question, under strain. Release and revelation. Yeah, you need to let things fall apart. I think that's why I said at least for a time. Because for some of you, there's the potential for the two of you to come back together if this mental battle that's coming up isn't so hurtful and destructive that the two of you just don't even want to face each other ever again afterward. So, like I said, I see certainly a mental battle within yourself coming. How quickly you act on the thoughts that buzz through your mind, and how desperately you act, may determine whether or not that mental battle with you turns into an external verbal argument with them, and it may close you down for good, whereas you could have just taken some time apart and gotten back in touch. Because I do see you being encouraged in the reading and the advice to allow things to fall apart. It's like things have been wanting to fall apart in a way as quickly as they came together. It's been as obvious as it was intense when things came together in one swooping motion, and now magically it just wants to crumble with the exact same pace and energy, right? And really you're encouraged to let it. And it's maddening because you felt swept up in the energy and you felt encouraged to go with it. And you probably were meant to experience what you all have. And then now you're being encouraged to allow things to fall apart. And it's infuriating. It's maddening. You want to blame someone. And I think it's just really like the path that you're on and the path that the two of you are on. But you're at a point where it's not working. You can't force it to work as much as you may want to. Maybe both of you want to. I think certainly Pisces does. And you're, you also feel encouraged to sort of quickly think of a plan and quickly get things back together, because that's what worked the first time, right? Like I said, you made genuine, powerful progress when you first started progressing together. Now, one other message with the Libra card showing up is if this person is actually putting, as I said, putting your health in jeopardy, if they're actually putting like your work and your income, your money, that inflow in jeopardy, because you don't want to get back together with them, and they're just being selfish and egotistical and prideful and you know, just looking out for themselves. If that's more so the case, like, first of all, for those few that applies for, some legal action may be in order with Justice card coming up. But the other message that came through quickly, I just wanted to mention, is if you do have an influential Libra in your life who has handled complicated romantic situations similar to yours in a fashion that you admire anywhere around you, then this very well could be encouraging you to take their counsel, their advice, as well. So many different threads coming through there, slightly different messages. Again, you know, if you feel this powerful potential, like the two of you might work it out or come back together in the future, then Pisces, you know, why wreck it with an argument by saying hurtful things now, by trying to force it, trying to rush it? I think a lot of the message may be that, yes, it may have come together really quickly in the beginning, and that's not necessarily the way that it needs to progress from here forward. And I know, you know, how frustrating it can seem that you were meant to come together so quickly and to experience such a, you know, fast-paced romance where you fell quickly and had such an intense attraction to one another, at least in a physical way, but for a lot of you in other ways as well, mental as well. Certainly, if not in all ways. And then you're meant to, as I said, just as quickly allow it to fall apart. But that is what the reading's encouraging you to do here, as I see it and as I feel it. But this is just, as I always say, the path that you're on now. It's just illuminating where you're at now, the path you're on now. Of course, I as always hope that you all make wise choices for yourselves moving forward. It's in your capable hands, Pisces. Again, enjoy your birthday season. Check out your other reading. As I said, they might be connected. The messages may or may not. Thank you so much all for supporting Lunartics Tarot. And I love you, and I will post another tarot fix for you very soon.